driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Give me just 1 second here. I'm almost done. I'm having to share this several more places now. So, all right, here we are. Ingrid, you're here. I don't need to send a message. Awesome. Oh, I probably should wait till I was awake a little bit more, but that's all right. Good afternoon, Gary. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'll wait a little bit for people to kind of get on and let me get settled in and stuff. All right. A lot of things going on right now. Today, I think I'm going to take a break. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm going to take a break. Actually, I haven't taken a break for a while. And even then, it's not quite a break. I've been going to less AA meetings. And it's actually been good for me. Kind of weird. I guess my wife's on to boost numbers. She does that for me. I don't know why. She's sitting 10 feet away. Now she's gone. Love you, babe. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. But, yeah, I was saying I've been going to less AA meetings. It's actually been helpful. And, I don't know why. Got more done, too. So, a lot of moving parts. But it can start to feel overwhelming. So, balance in all things, right? Balance. Usually I take Sundays off, but I did a podcast and it was just crazy day. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'll be your host today. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch. Quick PSA. I don't know why this is going through my mind. I don't care who you are, if you're friend, family, or foe. Stop fucking with me. Just stop it. Quit spying on me. Quit playing games. Stop being my friend and then being my friend. Stop it. Just stop. I'm done with it. So, leave me alone. All right, let's get started. I'm going to read a good portion of this out of As Bill Sees It. It was a letter that he wrote in the grapevine. And then I'm going to read out of the 12 by 12. All right. Victory in Defeat. This is written by Bill W. Pretty much everything we read is, but it's okay. It's okay. Convinced I could never belong, and vowing I'd never settle for any second-rate status. I felt I simply had to dominate in everything I chose to do, work or play. I always felt like I had to dominate, and it never happened. It never worked. It didn't. I found no success in it. But I was convinced that I would probably never belong again. Even knowing what I know now. Alcohol will do that to you. Your drug of choice, your addiction, it will do that to you. It will convince you that once again, You are a person who cannot be helped. We're called hopeless. We're called hopeless. As this attractive formula for good life began to succeed according to my then specification of success, I became deliriously happy. That part didn't happen to me because I did not succeed. I never became deliriously happy about it. So, but I understand what he's saying. I get it. It's what I wanted. Okay. Just apparently he was better at domination than me. Yay for him, right? Yay for him. So, see what I'm doing is, even though it doesn't quite fit for me, I'm still looking for the similarities. I can certainly understand what he's saying. And if it happened, that's probably how I would have felt. Great chance of it. Why? Because he did, and he's an alcoholic. I don't need much beyond that. There are commonality of the things that we go through together, even though we were separated in while doing those things. The camaraderie that happens when we all almost die together. There's bondage in that, a very deep bondage. And so that's why it hurts tremendously when people in the program go out. That's why it hurts so bad. Okay. When they go out and they're out, they're gone, they're dead. That's kind of what I was talking about. Not a slip. No, a slip. We're going to, God, we just think a slip is the end of the freaking world. I had to explain to a newcomer, he's never been through the program before. He doesn't understand that just because he had a slip doesn't mean that he's outed, because that's what he's used to. His brain, his PTSD was telling him, this is what's now going to happen to you. And I was over there telling him, no, that's not what's going to happen. Right? But he had already planned the worst, and we all do that. I've been there. Okay. I could see the PTSD. I could see the anxiety. So thank God he was talking to me, I guess. But or let me rephrase that. Thank God he was talking to somebody that has it also. That's a much better way to put it. Yeah. Thank God it was me. No. That's just ego. Actually, that was me misspeaking, is what it was. Hi, Patricia. I'm presuming that's Patricia because that's she does all like that. So of course I'm probably wrong, right? When we assume, we're usually wrong. Well, the funny thing is, I guess all the time, and I'm usually wrong, and it's okay. I kind of want to be wrong because it teaches us that it's okay to be wrong. All right. But when an undertaking occasionally did fail, I was filled with resentment and depression that could be cured only by the next triumph. Oh, yeah. Hey, Bobby. And Olivia's in my prayers. Olivia's in my prayers. It's good to see you, honey. Wrong Bobby. I'm sorry. Good to see you, Bobby. It's not even the same name. Never mind. Just forget everything that I said. Okay. I was filled with resentment and depression that could be cured only by the next triumph. See, I didn't feel that. So therefore, but I do understand this, the insanity of the disease. Right? You think that's funny?
No, I'm not laughing at you.
My wife's reading something else, so she laughed a little. I'm all, you think that's funny? I knew she wasn't allowed. Anyway, could you imagine what my wife goes through? living with me. Yeah. I I used to tell people I'm not a very easy person to live with. I've gotten a lot better. I'm still not the easiest person, but very early, therefore, I came to value everything in terms of victory or defeat, all or nothing. The only satisfaction I knew was to win. Okay. But he didn't talk much about the defeat there, did he? Or what goes on and the utter defeat. Okay, we're now going to go to the 12 by 12, page 21. I have a really good feeling what we're talking about here. Remember yesterday I said, never mind. I forgot what I was talking about. So we're going to step 1, which is not where I thought we were going. I thought we would be on step 2, where they're talking about the only way to true dependence. Maybe I have the wrong place. Doesn't matter. We're going to follow it. Let me get back to it. Who cares to commit? I'm actually going to do. I'm going to start at the bottom of the page, and we're going to start there. We know that little good can come to any alcoholic who joins AA unless he has first accepted his devastating weaknesses and all its consequences. Okay. So what they're saying here is the step before the steps. Right? There's a step before the steps. It involves desperation. It involves guilt, shame, fear, a lot of negative things. But these are things that hopefully are going to drive us to the point where we have made a decision. We have made an actual decision that we don't want to live this life anymore. That it isn't just the alcohol, it's our behavior. Our behavior. That is the step before the steps. Okay. And it is called the psychic change. And that's exactly what they're talking about right there. The psychic change. You changed your mind. You don't want to live this fucked up life anymore. That's it. Don't make it more than it needs to be. Can it be connected to a spiritual experience? Absolutely. Is it usually? No. All right. Until he so humbles himself, and that's why. Okay. We have to humble ourselves, not humiliation, not humility, but to humble. That is an action. Okay. It's sort of an action, but there's no action. Okay? You'll see. His sobriety, if any, will be precarious. Of real happiness, he will find none at all. Yesterday, I was talking to my kid, and he said, I was lying to you. I've been sneaking drinks. And I said, yeah, I kind of know. I didn't. I knew something was up because things weren't connecting. I thought it was he was just being as honest as he could. See, when we get into the program, if you're expecting your sponsee to be honest with you, you're in for a big freaking surprise. You really are. So allow them to be as honest as they can. They only need to be honest with themselves, not you. Oh, they don't lie to me. I'm your sponsor. Bullshit. They're gonna lie to you. Okay, just do it. Allow them that. Were you honest when you got here? No. Was I? Not even close. But I had just enough inside honesty to go, Dion, what you're doing is wrong. Of real happiness, you will find none at all. Oh, so he kept saying, I don't know why it's not working for me. Why the steps aren't working. I read, and I said, because you're drinking. You're on the hooch. You cannot work this program while you have alcohol in you. You can't. I've never seen it work. Ever, 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 ever. ever. Proved beyond doubt by an immense experience, this is one of the facts of AA life. The principle that we shall find no enduring strength until we first admit complete defeat is the main taproot from which our whole society is sprung out. But Dion, I'm only an alcoholic. I don't have a problem with all these other things. Yeah, you do. Yeah, we do. When I was drinking, I had a problem with everybody. Did you look at me funny? I was always fighting something. I would find something. It's not hard in this world to find something to be angry at. It isn't. In fact, it's easy. Just go on TikTok. Easy. Go on Facebook. You'll get pissed off pretty shortly. Okay? Until you find some enduring strength. Yes, in the first step. You know what this is? This is courage, my friends. This is you actually putting, you don't know it, I don't know it, they don't know it, but it's God in action at this time. Remember, in the 9th step promises, we suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. That's the first step. Okay. First part is admitted that we were alcoholics. Right? That's usually the easy part for everybody. It's the unmanageability that people like to. They admit it, but they want to hold on to some things. Okay? You got to give up everything. All of it. All of it. Okay? The only way to total independence, is total dependence on a power greater than yourself. And I've not found it to be true any other way. Right? There is beauty in the gray in there, right? Because he was talking about everything's black and white with us. Right? Maybe we should start looking at some of the gray in there. There is actual beauty in gray. It's a live song. It's called The Beauty of Gray. When first challenged to admit defeat, most of us revolted. We did. Okay, but we were in a 12-step call, and we're probably talking with somebody else who is armed with enough facts about themselves to win us over. We had approached AA expecting to be taught self-confidence. Then we have been told that so far as alcohol is concerned, self-confidence was no good whatever. In fact, it was a total liability. Now, I work on self-esteem, but as far as my self-confidence goes, I would have to say I don't have self-confidence. What I have is courage. I have a lot of courage, and I've worked hard to get there. That faith without works is dead. So I worked my faith, and I got more courage. And it worked. I'm doing things I'm doing things that 3 years ago I didn't know that I was able to do. It is. And that's all because I decided to do this part right here. I made a decision that I wasn't going to put hooch in my body anymore. That I was going to take a look at Dion and see what needed to be changed. And there was a lot that needed to be changed. Still changing. I want to keep changing. I got frustrated a few weeks ago because I wasn't. All right. Our sponsors declared that we were the victims of a mental obsession so subtly powerful that no amount of human willpower could break it. There was, they said, no such thing as the personal conquest of this compulsion by the unaided will. Relentlessly deepening our dilemma, our sponsors pointed out our increasing sensitivity to alcohol, an allergy, they called it. The tyrant alcohol wielded a double-edged sword over us. First, we were smitten by an insane urge that condemned us to go on drinking, and then by an allergy of the body that ensured we would ultimately destroy ourselves in the process. And not only do we destroy ourselves, we can destroy those around us. I don't want that. Do you want that? No, I don't. Few indeed were those who had ever won through single-handed combat. It was a statistical fact that alcoholics almost never recovered on their own resources, and this had been true apparently ever since man had first crushed grapes. The only way to total independence is total dependence upon a God. And I talk about my freedom all the time on how I am a free person. I can do whatever I want. Earlier, I'm like, I'm taking the day off. I get to make those decisions. It means I'm not going to get into anything too deep today. You know, I'm not in a bad mood. I just need to, I probably won't follow through on it. I'll probably work. I enjoy what I do. Right now, I'm making this whole, right now I'm having to write this thing of what happens to a client from detox to the end of my program. That is a lot of work. A lot of descriptive stuff, right? On the different types of things that we have, right? Because it's funny because people are like, well, you're going to need this on staff, you're going to need that on staff. I'm like, you have no idea what else. No, we do not. No, we don't. This is a halfway house. This isn't a... It's for transition back in. It is run by the people living there and me. I'll be the first person, but just like with anything else, I'm gonna have to at some point let it go. Okay? Remember when I've been saying for years it's coming. Well, it's coming up. Once this house opens, come down. I'm gonna need recovery coaches. I'm gonna need all sorts of people, and it's all gonna be outsourced. And guess what? We're even gonna train recovery coaches. All the stuff that I've been putting together for the last 2-3 years goes right into this. It fits. It fits. Maybe some of these guys will probably want to be recovery coaches. Yeah. But in order for me to teach you to be a recovery coach, and we're not there yet. I have a trainer. I don't do the training. See? I outsourced it, right? That's okay. I love you, honey. Have a great day. I can outsource that to somebody else. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to, I want to be a recovery coach. Oh, great. Here, give me $600 and we'll do it. No. Do you got a year, 2 years sobriety? Did you work and finish the steps? What's your sponsor's name? What type of service work are you doing right now? Okay. I don't just take anybody. You're going to have to fit. Okay. And it's pretty straightforward. It's got to be done the right way. Okay. I'm just gabbing now. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I love you guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Every day is a new day that we get to go out and show this beautiful, beautiful world the type of life that other people can lead. I love you. Peace out.